Hello, welcome to Dong Nai Radio and Television Station. Here comes the news today. The Ministry of Industry and Trade will finalize the plan to revise the electricity retailing price structure and submit it to the Prime Minister for reviewing in the third quarter of 2020. Specifically, the Ministry of Industry and Trade said that it has researched about building 5 options to amend the electricity retail price list. In particular, combining the first 2 steps at 100 kWh and adjusting the highest step up to 700 kWh instead of the current 401 kWh. The reason given is that households using over 700 kWh only accounts for 1.8% of customers, but up to 13% of electricity output. Therefore, the price adjustment will make many consumers more conscious of saving electricity. The revised electricity tariff will be organized by the Ministry of Industry and Trade to collect opinions from customers and ministries in July and August 2020 before finalizing and submitting to the Prime Minister for consideration in the third quarter of 2020. Under the complicated situation of COVID-19 pandemic in the central region, to strengthen Guangnam's capacity in the treatment of COVID-19, the Ministry of Health has proposed 3 hospitals in Ho Chi Minh City to support training and treatment of people with COVID-19. 3 hospitals, namely Chợ Rẫy Hospital, Ho Chi Minh City University of Medicine and Hospital, and Ho Chi Minh City Hospital for Tropical Disease, have been proposed by the Ministry of Health to support training and directly participate in treating COVID-19 patients at Guangnam Central General Hospital. Along with that, Guangnam Province has 2 hospitals treating COVID-19 patients, the Guangnam Regional General Hospital and the Northern Mountain Region General Hospital. To support the central provinces, before that the rapid response team of Chợ Rẫy Hospital with many leading experts set out to support hospital in Da Nang. Bien Hoa City Health Center, in collaboration with the Center for Disease Control in Dong Nai Province, has just organized a medical isolation test for the prevention of COVID-19 for the task forces in the isolation area. At the training session, the medical, police, and military forces were guided in detail, specifically the process of receiving and making a list of people sent to isolation areas, how to arrange the isolation room, guide isolated people to prevent disease themselves, use masks and wash their hands properly, guide attitude and conduct to isolated people, infection prevention for officials in isolation establishments, sanitizing and disinfecting isolated areas, dealing with cases of suspected or suspected cases in isolated establishments. Thereby, it is aimed at helping the task force in the isolation zone to focus on mastering important knowledge about medical isolation in establishments, centralized isolation, management skills, and care for people are safely isolated to prevent the COVID-19 pandemic. Lebanon cabinet declared a 2-week state of emergency Wednesday in Beirut and ordered the military to place under house arrest anyone involved in warehousing the explosive material that detonated at the city's port. The declaration effectively gives the military full powers after Tuesday's massive explosion. The government said the emergency would give full control of security to the military. The government approved an additional 100 billion Lebanese, about $66 million in additional funding to address the crisis. Earlier, the government had requested home arrest for all organizers of ammonium nitrate storage, warehouse monitoring and security in Beirut port since 2014 to investigate the health of the 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrates stored for years. The latest information said at least 113 people were killed and 4,000 injured in the explosion. Dozens are currently missing. In related developments, the Special Court of Lebanon on the same day decided to postpone the conviction of those involved in the assassination of former Prime Minister Rafik Hariri to August 18 after the expected sentence on the 8th of August. Many people believe that the blast in the port of Beirut is related to the killings of former Prime Minister Rafik Hariri. To limit the risk of COVID-19 pandemic, the Democratic presidential candidate, former Vice President Joe Biden, will not attend the Democratic National Convention that will take place from August the 17th to 20th. The Democratic National Convention Committee on Thursday announced that Congress speakers as well as security personnel and reporters will not travel to Wisconsin, where the nominations are held, to limit the risk of transmission infection. As a result, Biden will accept his nomination virtually from his home state of Delaware. The Republican Party has also limited the organization of the Congress, scheduled to take place 1 week after the Democratic Party's Congress. President Donald Trump said on the same day that he would speak in acceptance of the Republican official nomination to run for president from the White House. That's all for the news today. Thank you for joining us and goodbye.